So good to be here, and I want to welcome the students again into the Development School for Youth. We've all been working together in the leadership training programs, so I'm excited to join you in your next journey. You look great. How are you doing? You doing good? All right. Last night, there were 2 orientations, one in Chicago and one in the Bay Area at Latham and Watkins. New Jersey had an orientation a few weeks ago. So all, around the country, young people are beginning this journey. All around the country, we have internship leadership committees, we have program associates, and so we're all doing this together, and we're growing. We're growing the All-Stars and growing the DSY. Our program associates, I love looking over at you when you get introduced. We don't do what we do without you, and you guys look just as good as the young people. Last week, Christina Rocos, a longtime program associate, set up a workshop at the UN with the political advisor to the Secretary General, Nicholas Haysom. And some of our young people got to come down and meet with him. It was extraordinary. Nicholas worked with Nelson Mandela when he was released from prison. And Nicholas talked to the young people about Nelson Mandela and about South Africa and about the work he does at the UN. And I know I was so moved, I was so inspired to be part of that conversation. And I just feel so good about the fact that what we're getting ready to do together is give all of you that kind of quality opportunity to engage in dialogue about a host of things that you never would have had the chance to talk about before. And we believe at the All-Stars that you grow through conversation, through that playful, performatory activity. And I'm looking forward to introducing you to more of our business leaders like Ann and Greg. Greg, it's so nice to have you here, your first orientation. And Ann, thank you. 20 internships at JP Morgan Chase this year. Let's give Ann another round of applause. No. And her team, yes. It's just fantastic. I was just at a gala kickoff for the All-Stars Project. We were at CBRE. We have our gala in April. And with a host of business leaders, some of them have never met the program before, a bunch of our young people who have graduated from the program. And I was telling them about some of what we've been up to. 3 weeks ago, we had an audition for our flagship program, the All-Stars Talent Show Network. There were 560 people there in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Now, this is a school where their enrollment is 1,500. But on any given day, they have about 600 people come to school. But on this Saturday, we had about 600 people there. And it was just fantastic. All these kids came out, and everybody made it. No one got turned away. Some people sang every note off key, but we're not interested in talent. We want to welcome our young people. And then we had a workshop 2 weeks later where we invited actors from the All-Stars Castillo Theater. We're doing a play there directed by our president and CEO, Gabriel Kurlander, called Sally and Tom, The American Way, about Thomas Jefferson's relationship with his slave and mistress, Sally Hemings. So we had some of those actors come to Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, and we had a workshop with 400 kids, almost 500 kids, and they performed songs and scenes from that play. And all of the young people came prepared with letters they had written to Sally and Tom, letting them know the impact that slavery continues to have on America. And the young people did some of their performances in between their performances. And then we had a conversation about this history of our country. And it was moving and challenging. And that play is going to be running for another 5 weeks at our center, and I just want to invite all of you to see it. Joining us today is the managing director of our theater, Diane Stiles. Diane, please stand. And we also have a special guest. I'm always glad when she comes. The director of the East Side Institute, Dr. Lois Holtzman. Lois is one of the founders of the All-Stars and one of the key theoreticians and thought leaders of our work. I've had the privilege of working with her since I came to New York in 1984 and learned so much from her, and actually had the opportunity to travel once with her to Moscow for an international conference of psychologists. Our work is very influenced by someone by the name of Lev Vygotsky, who's a pre-Soviet psychologist, and we got to go to a Vygotskyan conference, and his daughter was there, and share our work with the psychologists that were there. I now have the privilege of bringing to the stage another one of our speakers tonight. Her name is Carrie Loebman. Lois is her mentor. One of the things I was thinking about at that audition in Brooklyn, you think about young people's really desire to play and perform. And you know, I love what I do. I've been doing it for a long time. And my dream for the world that we can just harness young people's desire to play and perform so we can create the best learning environments for them. Because if you want to describe in a word what we're going to do in the next 12 weeks with these young people coming into DSY, we're going to play. That's what we're going to do. We believe that play is a developmental activity.